So this one's just arrived. Sadly her mum was killed by a car and she was taken to another centre where they gave her some subcutaneous fluids. It looks like she's in and out of consciousness, and she's also got, can see some blood on her head, and she's also got a wound on her arm here as well. So we're just caring for her right now and giving her some pain meds, and then some natural pain meds and something for the swelling and the bruising, and some rehydration as well to perk her up and treat any shock right now until she's stable, and then we'll be able to tell a better idea of what's happening with her. Okay, would you like some more? The good news is she does want to drink a little bit of rehydration. And we'll keep you updated with how she's going. So, new baby, she's been rehydrated now, and we're just going to offer her a few pieces of apple. She's had a little piece already. So fruit is easy to digest. So we're seeing how she manages with that. Let's break small pieces off for her.
It's these cases that are the most worrying, when a little one suffered so much trauma and it actually becomes touch and go whether one's actually going to pull it through. So that's the reason going into extreme care, and why Josie's got hold of this little one at the moment, to work her magic and just make sure that she does feel welcome and wanted, which is very, very important.
It's good that she's wanting to eat. Just called the vets for an appointment tomorrow morning so that she can get that arm looked at, because it's suspicions that there's something more wrong, such as a break. So we're going to get it looked at.
When one has lost everything that you know, and you've been seriously injured and sort of not know what's happening to your whole circumstances, it becomes very, very difficult, and these little ones go into such deep depression that it's difficult to get them out. If you have a look further in the video, you'll see some of them, the sparkle is not quite there in their eyes, and that's a sign that you have to be extra careful and give extra love and care to pull these little ones through.
She's now resting on a teddy bear. She just had a couple of grapes and some more rehydration and pain relief, and she's got a little friend monkey bear to keep her company tonight, and so that she can rest her arm so that it feels better as well. So she's going to say good night to everybody, and thank you everyone for supporting all the monkeys like this, and they arrive sometimes in such a terrible state, and we really do thank all of our supporters. We're just caring for them and all the volunteers that come out to help and just care for each and every one of these little lives. They're very special, and we hope that it's good news at the vets tomorrow, so we'll be taking her straight through first thing tomorrow morning. Good night, little one. Cosimo hasn't been feeling well this morning, so he's come up and just staying with me for a bit. When he arrived, he was very traumatised and was doing a lot of twitching as well. And he didn't like going in his crate for night time and always had to be with somebody. So he has been twitching again this morning. So we're just seeing what we can do for his trauma, and keeping him with somebody, and then rehydrating him as well, because he's been not wanting his milk, and he also has some diarrhea, and a bit dehydrated. So I'm just giving him some extra electrolytes and seeing how we can comfort him to make his life a bit easier. Hello, little boy. Yeah. Cosimo's perked up and he's now just having some spinach and cuddles. You well? Some more spinach? Of course he stopped eating for the camera. Yeah, little one. But he's much more active than he was this morning as well, which is great. His eyes are looking brighter, so he's going to now stay with Connie, baby mum, and then I'll see him again later, and then Connie will take him overnight. There you go, little buddy. Looking much better, hey? Much better. Yeah, sweetheart. Want some more? Yeah. It's Cosimo. Doing much better today. Wanting to eat lots of food. Not so keen on his milk right now, but he's had some electrolytes. And he's moving around much better too.
Yeah. Okay. You've got not too much though.
I'm even going for a climb today.
Just stay right there, Zenny.
So we have a new arrival in Disneyland today, and this is Chaim. He's a very cute little boy. He's only about 2 to 3 weeks old, and that's Terry in the back looking very scared. So his mum was presumably killed by a car and he was found alone, and he's running away from me. He arrived on the 1st of December, so a few days ago. But as we've got another baby who's just arrived last night with concussion, so she'll need special care, so we've moved Chaim down early. And he's very comfortable. He's settled in very quick. And he is just starting to teeth, so he likes chewing on the branches. Who else have we got here? This is Jans. He is getting big. And then we've got Cosimo. Who's that?
Which one?
Oh, that's Finley. That's Finley. And who else have we got? We've got Terry, who is doing so much better. She doesn't have any congestion or breathing issues at all anymore, but she's still gonna be on meds for a couple of days yet. Who have I missed? Mini Max.
Seb.
Oh, Seb.
Seb.
The small one, and Mini Max is fast asleep. So these are all the special drinkers, so most of these are still being hand fed, although Terry, as you can see by the bottle with the tea on, has started to use the feeding cage. Still needs a little bit of help, but getting there. So all the monkeys now using feeding cages have progressed on. So Lottie, Claudette-Marie and Edson are up at Goliath. So it's getting busy in here again. Isn't that right?
Very busy.
The face of a content, happy little orphan, feeling secure and in a good place.
This is Yolanda. She's our latest baby, baby number 16. She was hit by a car and is suffering from concussion. She also has a dislocated shoulder and a dislocated leg. As you can see, she's a little bit spaced out. That's due to the concussion. So we are giving her rehab as well as milk. And as on top of that, we are giving her some meds to help to recover from the concussion. At the moment, she needs a lot of rest, a lot of sleep, and a quiet environment. In general, she's doing really well, and she really likes the rehab, which makes our job much easier. And as you can see, she wants to sleep quite a lot, which is perfectly normal when you have a concussion. So we want to let her sleep quite a bit.
Okay, we're just taking Yolanda to the vet so we can see what's going on with her arm and her leg. Just give one meal before she sees it. Okay.
That one is completely dislocated, and that one is still in place. Okay,
Right.
so it's broken. You'll see it nicely on this one. Yeah, this is the leg. So you can see it completely. So it's out.
Okay.
See
Shame,
there.
oh gosh, yeah.
So there, that's space. So that's the problem.
Yeah.
Here, just the wound. Beautiful
Right.
bones here.
Okay,
Everything
good.
fine. So I mean, you guys can treat that. That's fantastic. That's
This
our
part.
problem. But I think again, she's growing. She should heal.
Do you think
We
so?
just have to keep that in place. So
Okay.
I think with her, we're going to have to give her like a sling bandage.
Right.
Yeah, just to lift the two so that they can touch contact.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. You can't really stabilize at 100%. They're going
Exactly,
to move still.
that's
the
our
problem.
problem, is
Yeah.
that they
You
move around a lot,
Yeah,
yeah.
you can still stabilize, but I mean, she grabs everything. So and then she tries to move, and that's the problem.
Yes, yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So there, you can see there.
Yes.
Also, it's a bit of a fracture. It's difficult to see because she's still growing,
Right.
but you can see it's not nicely in place like that
Yeah,
one.
okay.
Again, the
That's-
leg otherwise is fine.
Okay.
But remember, with the pelvis, they're both gonna, you know.
Yeah.
I did not
Will
really.
that put more pressure on the other one, perhaps?
It can,
Okay.
definitely. Because I didn't find anything else on the limbs. But
Okay.
I
Yeah.
mean, otherwise, I'm looking here. I can't really, you know. It just if you compare the two, you know, this one looks more in place to me. This one's more out. You can, you know. So I think. Well, I know this one's the problem because this one, as soon as we moved her, it just dangled like the
Okay.
front. This, I believe, you know, pelvis, as you know, heals very nicely. So
Yeah.
that's not the front
Good.
is the
Okay.
thing. And otherwise, you know, everything looks.
And how was
looks
her
fine. So the head looks fine.
Okay.
The head I couldn't find. There's no edema. She doesn't seem neurological. I felt there. She doesn't. I think it's just scrapes.
Okay, just grazes, yeah. So some lung contusion.
Yeah, just a little bit bruising, just a little.
Right.
But that happens, as you know, often with them.
Yeah.
So you can just see there, it's a little bit, and the heart's moved up. But that's also because she's not lying straight, you know. But it's not. That's why she the whole time.
Yeah,
but that should heal. I listened. Everything sounds right.
So here's Yolanda. We're on our way back from the vet soon. So we're going to give it a few days like the vet says and see if that right arm improves. It is dislocated at the shoulder, so she'll wear a sling at night, but we don't want to damage the ligaments during the day, so we'll have to be very careful and see that she improves. If not, then she'll go back to the vet to see what else we can do with the stabilisation. And then there is one of her legs is slightly out as well of the socket. But otherwise she's drinking well, she's had some rehydration, and now she's just having some milk as well, and we'll be home soon. Yolanda's back at the VMF. We've got to make sure that she doesn't move her arm too much, so she's in the arms of Sidoni right now, our human volunteer carer, who's going to be looking after her and just feeding her drop by drop of the rehydration and the milk, and offer her some food later on with her meds. Okay, we're just taking the sling off Yolanda. It's keeping her arm in place from a dislocation. The vet wants us to take it off during the day, just to allow the ligaments to relax again. And she does have some contusions and bruising on the lungs, so we don't want to put too much pressure on there either. And then we'll just be keeping her arm quite still during the day. So this has stayed on nicely overnight, which is good.
So he was at what, sorry? About 25? There's 25 left.
You're being such a good girl, aren't you? Hey, such a good girl. Yes. So what we want to do now, okay, I have a little bit of a problem because that's now stuck because of the wound. Okay.
This is unusual heat. You take it
That's fine. Alright, so what we're going to do is just keep her arm can kind of stay in that position. We don't want it to go backwards and we don't want it to go forwards, and then we'll just give this wound a little bit of a clean this morning, and then we can make sure she doesn't just try and use that arm today. Okay.
So they don't sleep inside.
Yeah, so Yolanda's been calling this morning a little bit, which means she is more aware. The arm wound looks okay.
Why are you eating my hair so much?
She seems to try to use the arm a bit better, which is good. But still not wanting to drink very much milk, but she has had some rehy. Still looking quite sad, and it's obviously painful for her as well, so she is having some pain meds. Oh yes! Oh shame girl, hey? Getting a little groom. Hmm? There we go. There we go. It's one thing losing your mum, and then it's another having a dislocated shoulder as well. Not knowing where you are.
Okay, it's just the jet. I do miss that. It's just the jet. I love it snow. It's weird, right? Yeah. I love snow. Like puppy breath. And it's in May.
No, people brought it to me because the dogs chased the mother. And they said he fell off, but then they think the dogs actually bit the mother because they looked probably for an hour and couldn't find the mother. And then they brought the baby to the people on the farm and they couldn't look after it. And they know previously we had a small baboon that we helped, so they brought it to me.
So it's you two been looking after her, or you made mom do all the hard work?
No, it's been
mostly her baby.
It looks like it.
Yeah, she's an hostel, so weekend she's very fond of it and
Yeah.
that, yeah.
Well, thank you for looking after it. It does help. The sooner we get them, of course, the better it is, because what we do now is this little one we're going to introduce to a mother. So what we do is we teach them to drink from a little bottle, and then we put this bottle in a special little cage and teach this monkey to climb into the cage on its own, and then we give it to a mother monkey, and he climbs off her and goes and drinks milk when he needs the milk. So that's how we're able to do it. So that's what's going to happen. So if you look for us on the internet, if you look for Vervet Monkey Foundation, even on YouTube, you'll probably see him on YouTube at some point. Because as you see, now they get attached to you, and now he's going to miss you, and so he misses his mom, and then he misses you, and the whole thing starts all over again.
I wanted to, but then I said, okay, I need to go and fetch her, so then I will bring him.
The horrible thing is he'll start biting these two. So the thing is he'll get very attached to you, but you'll see he'll start biting them slowly and surely. And as he gets older, he wants to be in charge of these two, because now you're the dominant one in the family. So every time you raise their voice, he's going to end up biting them, and that's where the problem comes in.
Okay.
Thank you so much, guys, and thank you for looking after him, eh? Say bye-bye. He's going to scream. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. No, no. Okay.
Can I give you bye, thanks?
So that?
Yep.
Okay.
Bye, Johnny. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye-bye.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
I hear the day of Mobile approaching, and that can only mean one thing: another baby. So this is baby 17 already. Well, they didn't like you? Oh, he doesn't like you?
They've been feeding him land, so they say, but I don't know if it was the land.
What's that?
It's also a replacement milk product.
Oh, okay.
I just don't know which number now.
Hello.
But yeah, they've had him for about a month.
About a month?
About a month now.
Okay. Drinking from a bottle? They didn't give you a bottle?
No.
Okay, I'll just try one of ours then. Alright, we'll get you inside.
Thank you.
Alright, cheers, Dave. Okay. We've moved them along. And this is our little girl. I'm gonna say yes, but my gender guessing has been very off this year.
Okay, let's see.
She's quite nervous.
Hello, hello. How are you doing?
So this little one's been kept as a pet for 4 weeks, as Dave said. So it seems like she had no teeth when these people picked her up. So they're probably only about 5-6 weeks old. 5 weeks old, let's say.
She's getting a little bit of a crown.
Yeah, it's a little bit of balding in there. So probably gonna be a little nervous once she settles a bit.
Let's get rid of this. You'll be feel better afterwards.
You don't need no diapers.
No. Whoop. There you go. Free you are. There you go.
Chip, chip. Where are you going, huh? Where are you going?
It is a little girl.
Oh, are we sure? Are we sure? I know. Let's get you some comfort, huh? Yeah. Who are these strange people? So her head's actually, it feels like it's got a few bumps and scrapes as well. It's quite dry. See, it's like, it's like it's tail from something.
Yeah. The tail is a little shorter. There's some of the tail missing. Just
yeah,
a little bit.
A little stub. Not too much though.
Not too much, but a little bit.
Hmm? How's your gums? Can I have a look? Hmm? No? I can't even see, huh? Oh, nice and pink. Hmm? And well hydrated, as you can see. Big belly. Quite bloated, actually. So, which is probably the milk. They've been feeding her. Let's get you also weighed. Okay. Just get it quickly. We can get some more cuddles. So 480.
$4.80. Might have a little bit of fresh.
Her bum's very sore, but that's why she's screamed at him. Did it? A little bit of it. Oh yeah. Flipping nappies, honestly. Oh, need a bit of a clean there, did you?
So of course baby monkeys weren't meant to wear little nappies, and of course when they put these nappies on the feces, and that actually does burn them after a while because they don't get changed as often as they should, and that sort of sits on them and causing a kind of a nappy rash. They get very red on the rear end. This can irritate them quite a bit, and of course now we just got to make sure it's treated so that it heals. And of course it's not good to keep nappies on them at all. So we try and let them be as natural as possible, and that prevents any of these problems from occurring.
Seems her lips are a little sore. So maybe miracle tea would be better. So Anne has a baby package. We've got Jan, Cosimo, and someone.
Mini Max.
Mini Max.
Hello.
So this is our Scrow group. So we're going to take them on the long walk to Scrow. A mighty trek. And we're there. So for those who've been watching for a while, this is Mika's old cage. The Juvenile we integrated last year after a long integration. Right. There we go.
Alright.
Plunk down wherever you like.
Over here. What's the best idea? Close to the...
Just anywhere is fine, I think. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, you can just relax today. Take it back a bit. It's nice and shaded in here. So the Scrow Troop have not had foster babies for 2 years, so I imagine they're quite excited. The troop is quite full. Here we have Goon. And we've also got Janet. Let's see who else I recognize. This is my least. Don't know this troop so well.
It's not easy to recognize and remember every single monkey on the foundation as much as everybody tries. But of course the monkeys are always interested in a new little orphan, and we can see a bunch of them all sitting here at the fence, just waiting to see who the new one is.
I can just let them sit there for a while if they're nervous.
So tonight is Kyrie and Donna's big night, the bush babies. We're going to be opening the door for them and see if they want to actually go out for the first time, and they'll be free to come and go as they like, or they may just decide to stay out tonight. So we're all getting ready for their big release. They may not go out tonight, but at least we can open the door. It's Ellie and Becky and Mayuri. And then there's their branch. So they've got their branch leading up to a big tree that goes into this doorway. And then what we're going to do is just open this doorway that's got a small hole behind it that they can pop in and out of. And nothing else can then fit in their cage as such, nothing too big, which means they hopefully will be safe if they come back again. Okay, so they are nocturnal, which is why we're all stood in the dark, and Becky is going to open the door. They are used to the people who have been feeding them, so they might actually pop out fairly quickly. So one's just come out. No, not that way. Looks like it might be Kyrie doing a big jump. Oh my god. There's Donna. So Donna's still in the cage. Do you see Kyrie? It was just there. Donna's just come down. In the trees, just shine a little bit. Up there. So Kyrie's just further on. Jumped in the trees, in the big tree there. You probably can't see, but he has gone in the big tree. There's Kyrie going in and out. Trying to show Donna how it's done. So we're just here at the vet's with Mr. Floki. He's having a follow-up x-ray because his legs haven't been doing so well lately on his right leg, where he had the femoral head removal over a year ago. So we're just getting the vet to check him out and perhaps give him some x-rays as well. So Floki's just out from the vet. They took x-rays and it looks like they're going to have to do another operation for him because the bone is completely not aligned with the socket. It's too far out, which is why it's causing problems. So he's going to go back for surgery the end of this week, and then he'll start some more rehabilitation, poor little boy. But hopefully then he'll feel a lot stronger if we can get it right for him. And just also a reminder with Floki, he was actually found with his legs tied and tied up so that he couldn't run away, and this is the problem with his legs. So it's a cruelty case basically, from more than a year ago, and we got to get him right because he's struggling now again. So we want to make sure that he has a good life and is as comfortable as possible. Just going to give him some food for the journey home. I'm sure he's hungry now. There you go, bud. Oh yes. Hey, there's some apples for you. You got some broccoli. There you go. I think you got some cucumber that Mark's prepared you as well. Okay. Alright, so we're all set for the journey home. He'll be munching away. There you go, bud. Okay, so we're just going to let Floki out. Oops. Go on then, boy. Go, buddy. There we go. Back with your friends, hey? Back with your friends Lilo and Lila. So there he is, having a reunion. Floki will need specialist care again after his surgery and rehabilitation, but you can see he's quite happy now. And hopefully the surgery will make him much stronger for his adult life as well. So we've got to get him right so he can enjoy a good quality of adult life. Thank you everybody who has been virtually adopting Calypso's Corner, which does include Floki and gang. It really does help, and it's going to help towards his surgery as well. You can still virtually adopt him and go online at Calypso's Corner. And also for any donations that people have given towards his surgery as well. It really does help with these things. There's Lilo. Floki will shortly get his food. But you can see the way he walks with that right leg, it's just kind of hanging because the joint isn't near the socket. So the vet's going to correct that and see how he goes. Hopefully it'll make life a lot easier for him. Yolanda's had some seizures today, so possibly from swelling on the brain and the head, from where her head was hit as well. But otherwise she's actually drinking milk more willingly. She's been eating as well, hasn't she, Hannah? No. Some food, or she hasn't? Okay, she hasn't been eating today, but she's had quite a bit of milk today and some rehydration. She's had some injections for the inflammation, and she's got her sling back on for the evening. So we'll see how she does tomorrow.
So this is Yolanda now.
Girl, come on now. Come on. There you go. Let's stay upright. Let's stay upright. And some support. There you go.
She has found her appetite, and she was eating grape and banana and as you can see, she really wants the grape.
Oh, you got it. I don't need your help. Struggling a bit with this piece. No, no, no. That's not going to make it easy for you. Get it done. No, don't do that. I don't have any more. You gotta ask. Ask the banana. There you go. What is that?
Apple.
Oh, yum yum. Yeah, look. No? Done? Okay. I'll do this little piece here.
Where is it?
So Hannah's just taking Yolanda's sling off so she can be free during the day, and she'll have it back on again later, just to allow those ligaments to rest.
There we go.
It's very hot here, so I'm sure she's quite relieved to get it off as well. It's like wearing a little jumper in summer. So she's basically sitting on one of the carers' laps during the day. So Hannah's been caring for her at the moment, and then just to make sure that her arm doesn't move too much, and then she goes back in a little cage to rest sometimes. But for now, there we go. Hey Yolanda, gonna get well soon? Oh, such a sweetheart. Hey. Yes. And she hasn't had any more seizures since, when is it, Hannah? Since last night.
Last night.
So 6 o'clock last night, which is a good sign. And she's just started drinking, or trying to drink from a bottle as well, the Petag. And you can see she's still got some grazes on that left side. So we hope that she doesn't have any more seizures today, and she's with someone 24 hours a day.
Yeah, there you go.
Today we're just getting ready the Scro introduction cage so that some of the babies can move to the next stage of their rehabilitation. So we've got Gabriel and Motti who've just arrived as volunteers, come to help us for 3 months, working with Musasa and then Lucas and Fenwell. So we're just going to put some chicken wire on the outside of the cage. All of this takes quite a lot of people and work. We have to make sure the baby cage is safe for them, and then what we'll do is replace the shade netting on the troop fence as well and make sure that everything is safe and secure. So other maintenance work that goes on, things like fixing wheelbarrows and welding and all the behind the scenes stuff that we need to do to keep the foundation going. So there's always a lot of work going on and lots that people can help out with. And of course in the back there Willie's doing some blanket washing as well, because we got through loads of baby blankets this season. You're on video. Say hello to everybody. And then we got Sammy driving in truckloads of cabbages every day. The amount of food that we use for the foundation is again a lot for the 600 and so many monkeys that we have here.
So we're here at the Goliath indoor cage. We're just doing the final tweaks to the cage and make sure it's all good to go. So Lottie, Claudette-Marie and Edson are about to meet foster moms. They find their way up to the perch, if you can see right in the middle. So they're all hugging each other up there. So in a couple of minutes we'll be good to go. Although there's no monkeys, the sun's just come out. We have Waffles. Looks like she's going to be the first in. Cautiously. Of course she initially probably just wants the food. The babies are still up on the perch to the left. All three babies watching Waffles move around the cage. Do get a little nervous when she moves closer. So we've got Claudette at the front. Edson's at the back and Lottie on the right.
So we've got Mirabelle and the Maggie May in right now. So Mirabelle on the right and Maggie May. So she was Elio's foster mom. And then the babies are all taking their lunchtime nap in the corner. So not too much happening between them. Now it's playtime. Yeah, they woke up from their nap, now a lot more energetic. Oh, and they discovered that there is food. Finally, Mrs. Gold has appeared and we got her in. She's now quite distracted with some sunflower seeds. So she has moved on from the seeds to all of the other food. Looking up sometimes at the babies. While the babies are still on the other perch, they're quite relaxed now. So it's actually good. Yeah, they're not happy. Mrs. Gold making her way down. They don't even know what's happening because they're all sleeping. Otherwise there would surely be some screaming. So Mrs. Gold is just getting some grass. Babies are watching her very carefully. So it's a new day and we had a change in strategy. So we only have Lottie in the entry cage now because yesterday they all clanged together in the feeding cage and wouldn't go up. And in the night we do want them to go up so that they're safe from snakes and any kind of dangers. So Lottie and Mrs. Gold here, she just got her first groom that she pretty much accepted. Then Mrs. Gold left again and she screamed after her and said didn't seem quite so sure about her anymore. We've got Tripod. Hello Tripod. But she's definitely a lot more comfortable. And Mrs. Gold is just doing such a good job of her. It really was a critical moment that she just needed to feel that she's safe with Mrs. Gold. And she got grooms and love. And she's alright. Lottie and Mrs. Gold.
Well, quite a full episode this week, a lot going on, very, very busy with the new ones arriving and of course Floki getting sorted out, so lots happening here at the foundation. Just want to thank everybody out there for watching, for sharing, becoming part of the family, getting others to watch, subscribing, liking the channel. All of this is helping us tremendously and keeping us going. Also the comments and the encouragements does make it a lot easier for everybody out here that's dedicating a lot of time and work into helping these little ones and trying to give them a second chance. We've got a wonderful bunch of volunteers that are really getting involved at the moment, making a difference in these little ones' lives, the same as your contributions and sharing is doing as well. So thank you everyone. Till next week, we'll see you all then.
So Mrs. Gold has just carried up Lottie to the perch, so I'm very hopeful that they will stay the night.